Duopharma Biotech.
Duopharma Biotech Group, also referred to as Duopharma Biotech, or the company was established in 1978 as Duopharma Yusmilbahrun. Duopharma Biotech is now one of Malaysia's largest pharmaceutical business, with share listed on Bursa Malaysia Berhad's main market. Manufacturing, producing, or processing pharmaceutical and pharmaceutical preparation for human or veterinary use is part of the company's line of business. Duopharma Biotech has based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, owns and runs 3 production units in Selangor, which is based at Klang, Bangi, and Rimari. Duopharma Biotech was founded by Dr. Arif, who was more than 30 years experience in the legal, chemical, and pharmaceutical industry. His historical background in Duopharma started in 2000. Duopharma Biotech's core competencies in the pharmaceutical industry include manufacturing, research and development, commercialization, and marketing of over 300 generic drugs such as commercial and clinical, as well as consumer healthcare products such as charms, flavors, Profitability, and AHMAD, which are well known and accepted by Malaysians regionally and globally. Manufacturing, distributing, importing, and exporting pharmaceutical items and medicines are the main activities of the subsidiary. The company was founded in the year 2000 and is headquartered in Kuala Lumpur. Besides that, it is Malaysia's largest generic medication maker in terms of sale volume. Duopharma's core business is pharmaceutical product manufacturing, distribution, and sales. It produces over 70 health supplements for consumers, including analgesic and other pain relievers. In addition, the company produces 367 generic medications. Apart from that, Duopharma specializes in biologics and other specialist pharmaceuticals such as diabetic insulin and a variety of cancer and renal products. Duopharma is the country's largest generic pharmaceutical manufacturer as well as the country's only cancer medicine maker.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm SURIATI binti OMAR. I will continue this presentation by explaining the objective of this company. So, there are 4 objectives of financial analysis. Firstly, solvency. It means demonstrating Duopharma's ability to run its activities into foreseeable future. Therefore, it can be a useful indicator of financial health. Secondly, liquidity, which is the firm's ability to maintain positive cash flow while also satisfying present debts. Next, profitability. It refers to a company's ability to generate revenue. Lastly, stability, which refers to Duopharma's ability to stay in business for the long term. Okay, the next one is data collection. For the ratio analysis of a pharmaceutical company, we use 4 primary financial statements, which includes balance sheets, income statement, cash flow statement, and statement of shareholders' equity. For data analysis, the financial model was used to analyze Duopharma Biotech's performance. The first step in the approach is to choose a financial report, which is a function of annual financial reporting. The financial facts of a company's valuation, operating performance, and money flow. We identify the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement from the yearly financial report in the second step of the model. Then, we identify the appropriate ratio for performance evaluation in the third step of the model. Next, we employed mathematical calculations for companies in the fourth step of the model. Then, we employed graphical analysis to evaluate the company in the fifth step of the model. Lastly, we examine the 5-year ratio analysis in the sixth stage of the model.
Next is the SWOT analysis. This analysis of chosen company, which is Duopharma, is to analyze its strengths, weakness, opportunities, and traits of the company. For strengths of Duopharma is brands catering to different customer segments within biotechnology and drug segments. Duopharma Biotech extensive product offerings have helped the company to penetrate different customer segments in biotechnology and drug segment. Next is strong brand recognition. Duopharma Biotech's products have a strong brand recognition in the biotechnology and drugs industry. Furthermore, is talent management, working culture, and skill development of the employees. Human resources are integral to the success of Duopharma Biotech in biotechnology and drug industry. Next is success of new product mix. Duopharma Biotech provides exhaustive product mix options to its customer. Last but not least of trends is market leadership position. Biotech Berhad has a strong market leadership position in the biotechnology and drugs industry. It has helped the company to rapidly scale new product success. Next is weaknesses. Declining market share of Duopharma Biotech. The biotechnology and drugs industry is growing faster than the company. Next is niche markets and local monopolies. Niche market and local monopolies let companies such as Duopharma Biotech able to exploit are fast disappearing. Next is extra cost of building. New supply chain and logistic network, internet and artificial intelligence has significantly altered the business model in the healthcare industry and giving the decreasing significance of the dealer network. Next is high turnover of employees. High turnover of employees at the lower level is also a concern for the Duopharma Biotech. Last but not least is gross margin and operating margins. Gross margin and operating margins which could be improved and going forward may put pressure on Duopharma Biotech financial statement. Next is opportunities. Rapid expansion of economy. As the US economy is improving faster than any other developed company, it will provide Duopharma Biotech an opportunity to expand into the US market. Next is local collaboration. Tie up with local players can also provide opportunities of growth for the Duopharma Biotech in international markets. Next is accelerated technological innovations and advances are improving industry productivity. It is allowing suppliers to manufacture a vast array of products and services. Next is lower inflation rate. The low inflation rate brings more stability in the market. Last but not least is essential sector in life. The healthcare and pharmaceutical will continue to be sectors in life. It will increase the allocation for healthcare, thus also increasing the demand from the healthcare and public sector when needed, as it will boost Duopharma earning. Next is threats, competitive pressure. As the new product launch cycle are reducing in the healthcare industry, it has put additional competitive pressure on Duopharma Biotech. Next is shortage of skilled human resources. A shortage of skills is a source of aggravation to firms, and when acute, is likely to hamper the quality and quantity of their output. Next is commoditization of the product segments. The biggest challenge for Duopharma Biotech and other players in the industry is the increasing commoditization of the product in healthcare industry. Last but not least is saturation in urban market and stagnation in the rural markets. For Duopharma Biotech, this trend is an ongoing challenge in the biotechnology and drug segment. One of the reasons is that the adoption of products is low in rural market.
So, I will explain about the financial ratio analysis of Duopharma Biotech Berhad for year 2016 until year 2020. First and foremost, we made an analysis on liquidity measures, which is provide measures of a company's working capital management and its ability to pay for their short obligation. Based on the current ratio, quick ratio, and also net working capital, it shows that the Duopharma Biotech Berhad is relatively liquid and also able to meet its short-term obligations as it comes due. Secondly, the analysis on the activity or asset management ratios, which have the inventory turnover, average collection period, fixed asset turnover, and also total asset turnover. So, the company have increasing ratio for the inventory turnover in year 2016 until 2019, and in 2020, the company are having little decreasing. Duopharma Biotech Berhad have higher average collection period is as indicator of a few possible problems for this company. For fixed asset turnover and also total asset turnover, the company shows a decreasing in ratio, which is not good for the company. Thirdly, we analyze on the leverage ratio, which contains of debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, and time interest earned. This measures the extent which the company uses debt to finance its investments, how well the company can meet its interest payment obligation, and the financial risk related to the financing used. For leverage ratio, Duopharma Biotech Berhad do not have a higher financial risk, which means that the company has been managed its financing its growth with debt well. Fourth, we also make an analysis on the profitability ratios, which is related to the company's ability to satisfy the firm's goal to maximize the owner's wealth, to attract new capital, and to grow over time. Duopharma Biotech Berhad are more profitable in operating profit margin, gross profit margin, and net profit margin because of its increasing ratio, but the company not doing well in return on asset and return on common equity because of the decreasing ratio. The higher return on equity, the better the return to the shareholders. Last but not least, for overall, the company of Duopharma Biotech Berhad is doing good, even though they have a certain ratio that shows a bad reputation, but this company is still stable and become more profitable. This company provides a good service and pharmaceutical products to the customers, and they also always have an improvement in their product. It shows that Duopharma Biotech Berhad have a chance to gain for more profits and the company will grow.